Hello, my name is Ector, and in today's how to build tutorial we're going to learn how to build a waterfall like the one in the background. Oh yes, so let's get straight into it. Now first of all, let's talk about the biome that is good to build a waterfall in. Here we have a savanna plateau. They're very good because as you can see behind me, you get nice mountains to build with, which means you don't have to build one of your own. Or somewhere like extreme hills, which have also got lovely mountains. Now in extreme hills you have to be careful that you don't build the waterfall over Y95, and that is because water freezes in extreme hills over Y95, so just be aware of that. Now when making a waterfall, you've got a few kind of different types of waterfall, I suppose. You've got one like this that kind of naturally spawns in Minecraft world, which is okay, you know, it's alright, it does work. And what you could do, I suppose, is you could get some kind of, you know, just materials, and you can maybe start to kind of try to shape how it kind of, you know, how it forms a little bit more, and, you know, start to do something like this. But as you can see already, like, that means you'd have to be placing a lot of dirt, like, or just, you know, even stone. You'd have to do a lot of work to get this to form kind of the way you want to, and then you'd have to kind of landscape all of this. So you could do that and it would work, and you might even get something nice, but that is quite an amount of work. But maybe that's what you want. The second type of waterfall that you can also do is something that again spawns naturally in some kind of biomes in Minecraft, and that's the kind of just the water that's coming from a big height, just like a, well, you could add a few more streams maybe easily to that, and that would work. And all you need there is to find like a really quite a big overhang like this, and these you kind of get a lot in the savanna plateau type biomes. But I think that looks pretty cool, but this won't work in most biomes. It won't, you probably won't be able to do this in a lot of situations because there's not a lot of situations that have this kind of structure to it. So that looks cool, that's an option. But the third option is what we're going to be looking at today, and it is my personal favorite, and it is more based on a realistic waterfall. Right, so here we are with the third waterfall, the kind of more realistic waterfall, and I've kind of picked this kind of flat-ish kind of surface, okay? So we're in between the other two waterfalls that I kind of just spoke about. Now, one thing that we're gonna look at first of all is what this on here is like. Okay, so it's not too bad. I'm thinking we'll put it right in the middle here. So the first thing that we'll probably need to build this up a little bit. So we'll just add a few blocks here. We can tidy a bit of this up later, that's fine. But we kind of need to build this up a little bit just so that we have you know, a kind of area where this might be. So if we kind of build this up here a little bit, something like that. There we go. Something like that, and then we'll come out here as well because I want it to have some kind of ridge basically. And here we can, you know, do a little bit of that. There we go. Just to make it look the terrain look a little bit more rugged. You know, you don't want it to look too neat and too square, which this kind of does a little bit at the moment. But you know, you can kind of sort this out, and then here basically. Because obviously all waterfalls need to come from some kind of stream or area like that. So let's get rid of a bit of this, and we'll kind of make a bit of some kind of little stream up here. Now you don't have to do this, of course. You could just have a bit less of a kind of water kind of pool at the top. It's up to you, depends how realistic you want to go, and I suppose where you're going to put it. Maybe it's in your base, maybe you have a house at the top here and the water's coming out of there. And in fact, I might actually make this a little bit smaller. So something like that. And then let's do the same thing that we did over here. Just come out a little bit here. We're gonna add a little bit more to this. So don't worry too much about it looking a little bit rough, something like that. So I'm gonna just clear a little bit more of this. So I've cleared a bit more of an area here, as you can see, and I've just kind of made it go into like a little cave and then just ended it there. You can of course do more. You can make a whole stream if you want. It's kind of up to you. Now what we need, You might think that waterfalls just kind of go over the side like that, but usually they have. I had a good look at some pictures online. Usually they have a bit of an overhang, something, you know, a bit like that. I want to see here. Let's make it come to about there. So that needs to come out a few more blocks. And of course, this is where it starts to look a little bit odd, and that's fine. Okay, cool. That is good. That is good. But this is how we do it. We're going to have to basically add a fair few more blocks. Now, I know I said, you know, you'll have to add a lot more blocks there, but this is a lot less. If you don't like landscaping, then perhaps building a waterfall is not really for you. There is going to be a lot of it involved if you want to make one like this that is a little bit more realistic. So you just keep adding blocks until you get something a little bit more natural. Try and get it as natural as you can. What I always do, I try to not have too many kind of straight edges, and that's something that looks always kind of forced to me if you have too many. Something like that, so that's not too bad. Maybe put one there, and then like that, and then this needs to come out a little bit more again. There we go, something like that. And then this out here. Go. And one there, yeah, something like that. So that's quite decent on that side. Shall we even have it to come? No, I think let's try it that way, so we get a nice bit of a curve there. I think we'll try that. We'll see how that works. So we have that. You might want to make it a little bit nicer, obviously. It's kind of up to you, really, how you do it. There we go, something like that. This isn't really a landscaping tutorial. So we end up with something like that. Looks not too bad. We might have to rough this side up a little bit more. Do something a little bit more. Now, the next thing you have to do before you add the water, I know we all want to get to the water part, but is come and see where your kind of waterfall will end up. Because what we're going to have to do is go right down to the bottom, basically, and carve all of this out. It's up to you, I suppose, how far down you want it, but I want it right down to the bottom, so I'm going to carve all of this out. Okay, so I've carved out a kind of path where the kind of waterfall will eventually go. Now, I have extended this up here by about 2 blocks outwards, and really, as you can see, I've had to carve out quite a bit of the terrain there to actually kind of fit it in. So you could make this come out a lot more if you so wish, but obviously, further out you come, the more kind of landscaping you have to do to make it fit in with the terrain again. Now, the one thing is, obviously, once it goes over the edge here, you really don't want the waterfall to be touching the kind of side of the mountain. That's the kind of thing that really makes it look quite nice, is that it's like this one almost. It's just kind of solitary on its own. Once it gets a bit farther down, I don't think it makes it doesn't make too much difference. I don't mind it so much kind of coming against the mountain again, but it's up to you, because the thing is with Minecraft mountains, as you can see, it kind of slopes upwards like that on a kind of, on the axis like that, which is harder. So if you do want to make a nicer waterfall, you do have to come out quite a long way. So that's just something to consider, something to think about. Now we're down here, we might have to kind of make some of this look a little bit, kind of neater, not so square, not so it's like just being carved out. And that, you can easily do, just kind of knock a little bit out here and there, make it look a little bit, a little bit more natural again. Again, more landscaping. But that's not too bad. That already looks a little bit better, looks not so man-made, which is kind of what you're going for here. There we go, something like that. Now, since we're here and we've got a nice little pool of water already, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try basically and make it connect to here. I think that will be a nice little thing to do. So let's kind of carve out a bit of a path like that, so you can see where that should go, and that should kind of funnel down nicely. Now it's up to you. You could make a bigger pool. You could, you know, have it connect maybe to a bigger river if you have somewhere like that, or even an ocean. I think that's technically what waterfalls end up going towards. I don't know. I could be wrong there. Don't correct me if I am, or do correct me. That's fine. But I think this should be pretty much done. So let's start by doing the fun stuff. Let's start by adding the water. So we should have a lot of water here. So let's fill this up. And there we go. And now we're almost there. We're almost there. And let's fill this up. So this is all still water. And let's add. There we go. So this, can I add a bit there? No? Okay, fine. So let's see it drop. It's gonna hopefully cascade down and join that little kind of estuary there. That would be very nice if it did. There we go. And there it is. And of course, and yeah, it will finish. Now let's have a look to see. Oh, we've done really nice. Look at that. Look at how far it is from the mountain. And I think that looks just really quite nice. Let's just add the last bit of water that we need down here, just to fill this out and make it look complete. There we go. How's that look? We need to add some down here. There we go. And there we have it. There we have our wonderful looking waterfall. Waterfall that is kind of much more realistic than the ones that you usually get in Minecraft. And I think that looks cool. I think that looks really nice. Now, obviously, you could easily connect that to, you know, somewhere else, or, you know, like have it stop down there. Maybe have a base down here and a base up there. The possibilities are, of course, limitless. It is Minecraft. That is one of the things it is brilliant for. I hope this has kind of helped you to build a waterfall in Minecraft. Let me know if it has. Let me know as well if there's any other tutorials that you'd like to see, because this one was requested for me to do one on waterfalls. So let me know. I would be more than happy to try out. If you've enjoyed it, a like or comment is always very much appreciated. And of course, make sure you are subscribed for more tutorials from me and lots of Let's Plays as well. I've been Ector. This is how to build a waterfall in Minecraft. And I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.